Hey everybody, Man Mountain Link here. We got a proof of concept bar. We put a 1.4 ounce tin bar in the mold and then poured molten copper on top of it. It's not very pretty, but the only reason I made it was to ensure that there wouldn't be any I don't know, explosions. Yeah, wouldn't be any kind of repercussions from doing this, but it appears to work well, so we'll be able to proceed to our copper and tin skull, which this one should look pretty good. We'll put a tin face and then pour copper on top of it, and well, we'll see how that turns out later. But right now, where's that button at? Is that it? No, that's not it. Oh well, right now we're going to show you a bunch of video clips from the past 2 months. If you don't want to watch it, I don't blame you. I wouldn't watch it either. So bail if you want to. It's a bunch of junk from, like I said, past few months. I shot the videos. I don't want to waste them. I didn't get them made like I wanted to because of some problems with the computer. All the video files ended up with the same generic picture and just a string of numbers for what it, the about. So I couldn't tell one from another, and I didn't want to pick through literally 30 or 40 of these files trying to piece together some kind of half-ass video for my 20 people that watch me. So what we're going to do is we're going to jam all this crap in here in one big pile, and y'all can just pass it over. That makes it sound a little bit easier. Holler at you in a little bit. 240, 220. We're going to go with that. If it pops, hopefully it catches you in the eye and not me. Okay. (100°F) hotter than lava. I think they look pretty good. I didn't even try that one. It was freezing up. That one's going to come out real good. This one had some drip, so it might not. Yeah, it looks kind of beleaguered. Okay, so that's what we got, and that's actually what we wanted. I know they're like, oh my god, that's not complete. But we're going to do that tin thing. If you learn one trick, just ride it to the ground, I guess. So I think that once we combine these with a little bit of tin, we might have something unique. So, be back at you.
So I ask for your patience on gathering further information from here. It's going to be some time. Other than that, we have detectives on scene. We're doing everything we can, but I'll tell you this, with the training that we've been doing with our active shooter protocol, this could have been a lot worse of a situation. This is a very unfortunate situation. But with the training and everything that we have with this protocol, this could have been a lot worse than what it was, unfortunately. So that being said, I'm going to pass it on to Sheriff Lori Smith, who's going to give you further information from that. The bomb squad is pretty much activated, and they're searching every crevice of the whole building to ensure that everything is safe. And that's where it's going to take some time. The VTA Transit Center, which is a light rail, it's pretty much a light rail facility, pretty much, light rail garage.
We got the deleted skull here. It used to be number 14. It weighs 350 grams. It's made out of antimony bronze. This is bismuth. Little one-eared kitty cat in there. Bismuth arrowheads. We're going to try see what we can do here. 350 grams. 12.4 ounces. Well, there's the little kitten cats. That was like $1.39 shipped from China a piece. Something like that. Very cheap, but what, 3-4 months to get them? And you can, I don't know, if you got one that was good enough, you could use it to make a sand mold. Maybe. It's an idea anyway. I think they're neat. They just came out of the mold. They haven't been cleaned up at all. But, yeah, not too terribly bad. The second attempt at the Tetris block seems to work. It's not a whole lot to clean up there. You see? There's not going to be a whole great deal of waste metal. Now, whether this is going to work on silver or not, that's the question. So, we'll find out that later, I guess. But the Tetris blocks look pretty good. I was going to cut that one off and make two. I've ordered a coping saw and diamond wire. So hopefully I'll be able to cut off sprues and stuff like that. And then touch it up with the file and sandpaper and make it look all pretty. That's the name of the game, make it look pretty. Bob, do something, Bob. Lazy cat. Well, hey, y'all. I've been out in the back doing a little casting. Did 2 copper pours and an aluminum pour that almost went horribly wrong. I must have had some magnesium in there or something, because it caught fire. Unless aluminum's supposed to burn with a white hot heat. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's not. but the pores come out pretty horrible. Not gonna lie, don't look good at all. The little skull came out best of everything, and I poured it last. I was almost out. See how small it is, but it still came out better than the rest of this crap. I'm not even sure what that is stuck on there. So, and you can see I'm heavy-handed. I'm pouring too much. I guess there's nothing to do but practice. But yeah, I wish I'd improve at a greater scale. I'm not going to lie. Remember the antimony skull I made? Damn near killed myself. It got lost in the mail. They delivered the package it was in a plastic bag with "We apologize, but we have lost whatever it was in this package" letter. I apologize for the wind noise. So the antimony skull did not get delivered, only the package did. Now, I'm not going to make another one. It was a gift anyway. And the only thing I had left was this antimony bronze that I made quite by accident. And I took him out and gave him a bismuth facelift, repair his jaw there. And it don't look too bad. I want to send that out to Idaho Scrounger to replace the antimony skull, which was a gift for the Idaho potato, or the Idaho zinc from Bunker Hill Mine. I knew I'd think of it in a minute. Anyway, let's look at this. Look at this copper sitting here in this vinegar and salt solution. If I can get the lid off. There we go. Just had to wedge it up against something. Some of those look okay, and some of those don't look so okay. There's probably a neater way to do that. Bob's over there hauling. That one's alright. Take that one in. Got the fat arrowhead. It's going to need a lot of trim work. Make it look more like an arrowhead. That's good enough. Got a decent trilobite. That'll work. Got a trilobite's a little on the pudgy side, but it came out nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. There's a piece of a YouTube bar. I was thinking maybe do the other piece in tin. It didn't really pour real well. So I don't know if that's gonna work or not. This one's so fat it needs to go back in the melt dish. I hate it because the back is so smooth on these copper pieces I poured today. Usually they're very rough. I don't know if I can save that or not. That's going on this side. YouTube bar. Got a smudge there. I'm not good at pouring correctly. You need to pour it all at once. And I end up pouring a drop and then pouring it. And that drop always messes me up. It always leaves a mark. Look at this crap. That one didn't pour very well at all. I mean, it just looks, that don't look good at all. That one looks alright. I mean, not great, but alright. It'll pass. That one, it's got a few little marks, but I guess it's to be expected from hand pours. I want them all to be like that. It's like near perfect. I didn't get a perfect skull though. Everyone has like a drip mark, right? Where I poured a drop and then poured the rest of it. See how that does that? Still, it's good enough. Same thing on this one. Scrappy was talking about I had my own style. I had a style. Oh goodness gracious, like Boy George or somebody. I got a style. Well, I'll tell you what my style is. My style allows me to take duds like this and put tin over them and make it look like it was intentional. That's what that is. That one came up pretty good. I thought, no, one of them, well, no, right there in the jaw. A little. Good enough though. Not perfect. This one, I was running out of metal. So, dud. Ladybug. Ladybug got eye problems. I don't know if she's going to work or not. May pour some tin on that one. And we'll definitely pour tin on this one. She got way too fat. Way too fat. But I give the tin a good place to lock onto. Plus there's like dimples in the back that the tin will fill in. So take the duds, make something out of them. These, I don't know if there's any saving them. That might clean up. That's good enough as it is. These probably get remelted. That probably get remelted. Might can save that. Alright, I appreciate you joining me. It's been Man Mountain Link. It's another beautiful day here in Tennessee. Wish you was here with us. We'll see you again next time. Hey, turtle. Good boy. Well, that's what we ended up with. Well, there's a big copper skull in the tumbler, but other than that, this is what we ended up with. And there's the Vismuse cats and the aluminum YouTube bar. That's sitting aside there so I can get at it with the sander. It's not finished. None of this stuff is finished. At the very minimum, it has to be stamped. But anyway, got one copper ladybug and 5 tin ladybugs. We got that monstrosity. See, the tin didn't focus now. Oh, what a hunk. Now there it is. The tin didn't cover as much of the copper as I wanted it to, so I'm not too pleased with that one. This one came out good. I hope people will like these. If not, I haven't wasted any metal. The YouTube mold has broken and the triangle is no longer as distinct as it was. See how that triangle is nice and crisp, and this one looks like poo? Well, the reason is that the mold's broke. Tried to contact the guy who made it. I still haven't heard back from him. Every mold maker I know is just as busy as a one-armed paper hanger. and they ain't got time for little old me. This one right here, this bar, is Ant Orders. Ant Orta. It looks like it was made with blocks. It looks like the thing off Fantastic Four. Very limited because, like I said, the mold messed up. But I hear you, Ant Orta. He wanted to do a trade, so we're going to do a trade. You got to wait till I get my stickers in and my COAs before I can send it to you, but this is yours, my friend. Got some trilobites and some ammonites. I think they came out real well. 3 skulls and an aluminum skull. Got a copper arrowhead. Did pretty good. Had to take the Dremel and cut the notches back in it. Don't like the way that come out. I like the look, but the back, it should have poured all the way around and kind of, but it didn't. And I had the torch straight on it and it wouldn't do it. This big chunk of copper was just too much of a chill. Going through the coins and I found a Namco token. And I put it in that little thing there. I thought that was kind of neat. And I found this coin going through those. And it looked like copper when I found it. Remember I told you what happened there. Yeah, so I put it in the Shine Bright with the rest of this stuff and it turned back silver. So I don't know what happened to that last batch of Shine Bright to turn those coins that color, but hopefully it doesn't happen again. This has been Man Mountain Link. We appreciate you watching. Got some slag floating on top. That's why I kept waiting. Glad we started with so much. Oh man, it's pretty looking. Big dip in it. Smooth back. Lots of leftover clay. I'm gonna pour up a fresh batch. We don't want anything to go wrong. We did put it in vinegar and salt for about 3-4 hours out in the sun. These just came out of the Shine Bright for a second time. Ready to be stamped. I want to show you this. Guess I should tell you what you're looking at first. Yesterday I got a pound of new shot and I just added it straight to what was in here, and it's been running all night. I took out the copper that was in here and put the coin, the world coin skull, back in for another go. So yeah. It's like a lava lamp. Anyway, I'm gonna have to, clean everything, redo it fresh. But I just wanted to show you that was different. Oh, let's go ahead and look at the skull, I guess. I've decided to put 10. Of course, I decided to put 10. I've decided to put 10 to kind of cover this part. Pretty shiny. I want it to stay this shiny though. I'm thinking I may end up having to clear coat it. I'm not so much worried about the tin. It stays shiny on its own. But brass and copper, even out of the Shine Bright, it tarnishes slowly, but it still tarnishes. Anyway, I gotta go get my mail. I'll let y'all later. I can't see anything on this phone lens, but hopefully you can tell the difference between the copper YouTube bar that was just finished this morning and the skull that's about 2 weeks old. I'm wanting to preserve this copper. This copper. I want to preserve this copper here. Alright. I want to preserve this copper finish here. This new copper look. Not the patinaed look so much. So, any thoughts on that? Leave them in the comments. I got Tabby with me out here today. She's testing the durability of my chair. And we're testing the durability of these new molds that just came in from Poland, of all places. Now they're made to use with soap. And, well, we don't make soap around here, do we? Nope, this is not Fight Club. But these chocolate fondant molds work so well to make these little cats that I thought maybe it would work in bismuth on this one. I don't know. We're going to try it out. So, first thing we had to do was find something that would fit in, because these sides, the one on this one's a little bit thicker, and you can see this is what we ended up with. See how thin that is. But we ended up using our sand casting flask. Got our 18-inch ruler. Cut some pieces of cardboard to act as stiffeners. Take up that little bit of space. We leveled our pouring surface. And that stone's good and cold, so that will act as a chill. We're going to heat up our bismuth. That's our last little piece we've ordered. There I go with we again. Not we, me and 8 cats. We made a decision among ourselves to order 10 more pounds of bismuth. So, best part of $100. Anyway, we're going to melt what's left and pour it in there and see if it melts. See how big a mess we can make. This could go horribly wrong. I picked out the worst of the two. This is the mummy, and this is like an evil clown. I figured if this one gets destroyed, I can sell this one on eBay and maybe make part of my money back. So, if any thinking at all went into it, that was it. We'll get back when the metal is hot. If you've made it this far, I'd like to apologize. It's cruel and unusual punishment in all 50 states. Here's the soap molds. Let's see where to start. It needs parting powder to keep from making all those bubbles. But if you put parting powder in it, you end up with these black kind of burnt stuff in the mold. See that little bit on his arm there? And I think there's a little bit on the edge here. Mostly on his arm and his hip. I don't know how well you can see that inside here, but anyway, yeah. That's the, you can see how that one's a little bit darker than that one. And same here. So the first one, it comes out pretty dark. I've cleaned these actually. I've cleaned them best I could anyway. If you clean them too much, you take the shiny out of it. It's no longer very shiny. It ends up looking more like that. Anyway, the first one with a lot of powder, and then after you've done it, you can do another one that comes out a lot better looking, and it hasn't destroyed the molds yet, so that's all good. We got the Flying Dragon, we got the Curious Kittens, Evil Clown, got 2 Sugar Skulls. This one's Bismuth. This one is tin, and I put it through the same process that I did this one, because I was trying to make it look like it was copper. The exact same process, and got completely different results. Yes, completely different results. Turtles, Bigfoot, like I said, of course I'm going to try to sell that in the Bigfoot hide and seek silver or whatever his name is. A couple of dragons, clowns, the mummy. I wish I hadn't bought the mummy. That's as best as it's going to get, and it still looks like, well, it doesn't look good anyway. I'm going to have problems selling that one. It's not finished. A few of these are finished. That one. None of the rest of them are. They're in stages. Some of them have to be cleaned. All of them have to be sanded, etc., etc. Anyway, on to the next piece of junk clip.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. Third rule of Fight Club, someone yells stop, goes limp, taps out. The fight is over. Fourth rule, only 2 guys to a fight. Fifth rule, 1 fight at a time, fellas. Sixth rule, no shirts, no shoes. Seventh rule, fights will go on as long as they have to. And the 8th and final rule, if this is your first night at Fight Club,
That one's Bill, and that one's Phil. And they're both Black Widow spiders. They're pretty good at getting rid of flies.
The world isn't fair. I do everything people ask me to. I stand in the lunch lines for them. I buy tampons at the store for them. I go on Maury Povich with balls on my chin for them. And yet nobody accepts me. I am an outcast. A shadow of a man who can find no companionship. No love from others. Fine. If I'm to be an outcast, so be it. I'm through doing what others tell me to do, and I am sick of this world and the stinky people in it. From now on, I will dedicate my life to bringing chaos to the world that has rejected me. I will become the greatest supervillain the world has ever seen. Where I go, destruction will follow.
This is quite obviously the workings of either a prankster or someone who doesn't possess all the required marbles needed to function in society.